Welcome to our virtual classroom. Join me for some fun learning. Hello and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for joining Miss Nicole of Legacy Lineage Online Learning. We have been talking about feelings this week. Feelings. How are you feeling? Huh? How are you feeling? That's what we've been talking about. And we know that coming up at the end of the week, it's going to be Halloween. And so around this time of year, people are talking about being afraid or even having fun and dressing up in different costumes. And if you've noticed in some of our story times, Miss Nicole was dressed up in different things, but we are talking about feelings. And I have a fun story that we are going to get ready to read. I am reading, look at me, time to put the toys away and listen to what I say. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. This is the front of the book, this is the back of the book. Who's that? And this is the spine, this is the spine, this is the front of the book. This is the back of the book. We need to find out who this lady is. And this is the spine. And this is the spine. Miss Nelson is missing. Uh-oh. I see children. And I see desk that they're sitting in. But I don't see the teacher anywhere. Let's figure out what's going on here. Miss Nelson is missing. The kids in room 207 were misbehaving again. Spitballs stuck to the ceiling. Paper airplanes whizzed through the air. They were the worst behaved class in the whole school. How do you think that makes their teacher feel? Let's see if the story tells us how she feels about it. Now, settle down, said Miss Nelson in a sweet voice. But the class would not settle down. The boys whispered and giggled. They squirmed and made faces. Are they listening? No, they are being disagreeable. They were even rude during story hour. Now that is not okay. And they were always refusing to do their lessons. Something will have to be done, said Miss Nelson. She looks a little worried because her class doesn't know how to behave. The next morning, Miss Nelson didn't come to school. Wow, yelled the kids, now we can really act up. They began to make more spitballs and paper airplanes. Today, let's just be terrible, they said. Not so fast, hissed an unpleasant voice. Look at them, they already ready to act up. They said they're gonna be terrible. An ugly woman in an ugly black dress, black hat, and glasses stood before them. I am your new teacher, said Miss Viola Swamp, and she rapped the desk with her ruler. I am your new teacher, Miss Viola Swamp. Oh, where is Miss Nelson? The kids asked. Never mind that, snapped Miss Swamp. Open those arithmetic books. Miss Nelson's kids did just as they were told. They could see that Miss Swamp was a real witch. She meant business. Right away, she put them to work, and she loaded them down with homework. have no story hour tomorrow, said Miss Swamp. Keep your mouth shut, said Miss Swamp. Sit perfectly still, said Miss Swamp, and if you misbehave, you'll be sorry. Days went by and there was no sign of Miss Nelson. The kids missed Miss Nelson. The kids in room 207 had never worked so hard. Look at it. The swamp is letting them have it. How do you think they feel now for misbehaving? Sad. They probably really, really miss Miss Swamp. Tired because they're doing a lot of work. And Miss Swamp doesn't care. Maybe we should try to find her, they said. Some of them went to the police. Detective McSmog was assigned to the case. He listened to their story and he scratched his chin. He said, I think Miss Nelson is missing. Detective McSwog would not be much help because they already know that. So why is he telling them she's missing? They already know she's missing. They got to deal with Miss Viola Swamp every day. Other kids went to Miss Nelson's house. The shades were pulled tightly and no one answered the door. In fact, the only person they did see was the wicked Miss Viola Swamp coming up the street. If she sees us, she'll give us more homework. They got away just in time. Maybe something terrible happened to Miss Nelson. Maybe she was gobbled up by sharks, said one of the kids. But that didn't seem likely. So now they're worried, they're tired, they miss Miss Nelson, they are concerned. Maybe Miss Nelson went to Mars, said another kid. But that didn't seem like a likely answer either. What do you think happened to Miss Nelson? Where'd she go? I don't know. I know, exclaimed a know-it-all. Maybe Mrs. Nelson's car was carried off by a swarm of angry butterflies. But that seemed like the least likely of all. Do you think it got carried off by a swarm of angry butterflies? Nah, neither do I. The kids in room 207 became very discouraged. Oh, that means they kind of like gave up hope. It seemed that Miss Nelson would never be coming back, and they would be stuck with Miss Viola Swamp forever. They heard footsteps in the hall. Here comes the witch, they whispered. They heard a sweet voice. Hello, children, someone said. Who could it be? It was Miss Nelson. Did you miss me, she asked. We certainly did, cried all the kids. Where were you? That's my little secret, said Miss Nelson. How about story hour? Oh, yes, cried the kids. How do they feel now? You're right. They are happy. They are excited. They are relieved. Miss Nelson noticed that during story hour, no one was rude or silly. What brought about this lovely change, she asked. That's our little secret, said the kids. But we know why. Back at home, Miss Nelson took off her coat and hung it in the closet, right next to an ugly black dress. When it was time for bed, she sang a little song. I'll never tell, she said with a little smile. I'll never tell, 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 I'll never tell. P.S. Detective McSquag is still working on a new case. He is now looking for Miss Viola Swamp. The end. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. See you next time. And remember, you are the you in unique.